What is going on, guys, and welcome to this week's YouTube video. And I have some really exciting news. So basically, as of today at 12 o'clock when you guys are seeing this video, my new website for Brandon Clark Fitness will be live. And honestly, I have been spending so much time. I have literally poured hundreds of hours into this website over the past couple months, just trying to put together programs, but also just building the website myself is just taken an extremely long time. And so I am so incredibly excited to bring this to all of you guys, and just give you a little bit of a closer look into my own workout programming, as well as provide easily customizable programs that you guys can follow. So be sure to go check it out. It's brandonclarkfitness.com. I will go ahead and link it in the bio of this video. As of today, I am releasing 3 different programs. I have a full body workout program. I have my 8-day super split, and I have a push-pull legs program. The push-pull legs program is pretty much the same one that I've been giving out to everybody for free, but now it's just upgraded. But once again, if you guys want that program for free, still feel free to shoot me an email at brandonclarkfit@gmail.com, and I will see what I can do for you guys. But if you guys are interested at all, please remember, head over to brandonclarkfitness.com and just check it out. I really hope you guys enjoy the video. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to this week's YouTube video, and this is an extremely requested one. Today, what I have for all of you guys is a little bit of a tutorial on how to build those big bulbous man boobies that look like they could feed an entire army on the brink of starvation. And what I have for you guys today is 4 different exercises that are going to help you achieve that exact thing. Coming in at number 1 with the first all-time best exercise that you can possibly do for your chest, and probably the most alpha exercise in the entire world, the bench press. The bench press should be the staple exercise that you base your entire chest workout around. If you can progressively overload your bench press, you are bound to see incredibly significant gains in your chest and your front delt. But adding weight to the bar isn't the only way that you can continue to progressively overload your chest. And that's a mistake that I see a lot of people make. There's so many different things you can play with, like rest time, tempo, time under tension, a whole myriad of different variables that you can use on your bench press to progressively overload rather than just adding weight to the bar. Press, there's a whole bunch of different things that you're gonna wanna take into consideration, and your form is so incredibly important. The first thing that I wanna go over is where you put your hands on the bar. Now, you should seriously play around with this just because everybody's mechanics is a little bit different. My mechanics personally make it so that I'm strongest when my ring finger is right on the ring of the bar, which makes for a little bit of a closer stance than a lot of people usually take. But play around with the grips, try going a little bit closer, try going further out, try going somewhere in the middle. Wherever you are strongest and you feel that you're getting the most checked activation, stick with that spot. The second thing that you really have to focus on is squeezing your shoulder blades together. Now, when you do this, you want to also push down at the same time to really lock yourself into position on the bench and really stick your chest out. In pretty much every single chest exercise, you should be trying to stick your chest out as much as possible because that is what is going to engage it the most. You'll notice that there's a slight arch in your lower back. Now, don't go too excessive with this arch. It is definitely a very important piece of having proper form. Coming in at number 2 on the list is going to be the incline press. Now, whether or not you do this with dumbbells or a barbell, it's not going to make a huge difference. But one thing that it is going to help you with is really focus on your upper chest. Now, a lot of people ask, how can I develop the lower part of my chest? How can I develop the inner part of my chest or the outer part of my chest? So many different things like that. When in reality, the only parts of your chest that you can really isolate is your upper chest. With all the other exercises, you're pretty much just hitting the whole chest in general. With your incline press, you want to use the same tips that I gave you for your bench press. Pushing down, really locking yourself into the bench with a slight arch in your lower back, finding that right hand placement where you are strongest. And one of the greatest benefits of doing incline presses is that the range of motion is actually greater with an incline bench than it is with your normal flat bench press. But what this means is that if you want to get all of the benefits out of it, you can't be doing that stuff where your butt comes off the bench and your body pretty much just becomes completely parallel with the ground and defeats the entire purpose of the incline. Make sure that you are getting the most out of this exercise and utilizing the full range of motion. All right, you guys, and so for the third exercise, we're gonna have weighted dips. Now, if you're not good enough at dips in order to add weight, just focus on doing them body weight or even using an assisted machine. Why would anybody ever do a decline bench where you're actually decreasing the range of motion? That doesn't really make any sense to me. But dips, that is where dips come in. I feel like dips create a very large range of motion, sort of working in that similar decline pushing position, similar to a decline bench. What you're gonna do is you're gonna lean forward into the movement instead of back. So the further back that you're gonna be leaning, the more triceps you're gonna engage. If you lean further forward, you're gonna hit more chest. You're gonna wanna lean forward into the dip instead of backwards. All right, guys, and for the fourth and final best chest exercise, we're gonna be doing some incline flies. Now, I really enjoyed this movement because once again, it allows you to focus more on your upper chest. Your upper chest is what gives you that plate of armor look, especially when you're wearing a tank top. With incline dumbbell flies, what you're gonna notice is there isn't tension throughout the entire movement. When you get to the top, there isn't a lot of stress being put on your chest. This is why I seriously suggest that when you do this exercise, you focus as hard as you possibly can on getting a good stretch in that upper chest rather than squeezing as hard as you can at the top. All right, so you'll notice that as you get close to the top of the movement, you actually lose a lot of tension. Don't focus so much on the squeeze, focus on the stretch. And don't do any of those wimpy flies that I see people doing. Even some people will grab like the 100-pound weights and then just do like a fly down to here. Like at that point, it's basically a pressing movement. Flies, it's in the name, flies. Because you're sort of replicating what a bird does when it flies. And if a bird has its wings all the way in here and is just going like, that's pathetic. That's pathetic. It's probably not going to fly and it will probably die.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk.
Just like with the incline bench press, make the range of motion longer. Really get a stretch. Arnold used to lay on a bench and the dumbbells would touch the floor when he did flat dumbbell flies. I'm not saying that you have to go that far, but just take a note from him in that increasing the range of motion will benefit you a lot. Your goal with chest training should always be to make whoever is around you extremely insecure by just the sheer size of your nipple steaks. And if you guys are not including these 4 exercises regularly in your chest training routine, you're missing out on quite a lot. And if you guys want programs that incorporate exercises like these along with what I believe to be the best exercises for every other body part, remember, go check out BrandonClarkFitness.com. Check out my full body program, my 8-day super split, and my push-pull legs program. Be sure to drop a like on the video as well as comment, and I will see you guys all in next week's video. All right, you guys, those were the 4... Alright guys, so that is it for my 4 top chest exercises. Alright you guys, and for the 4th and final so that your bench press can give you the There are a couple things that you're gonna wanna do